Lindy, cheers.
Cheers.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
What are you doing?
That's a good question. I've worked for Fox for the last 2 years. I run a foundation down in Austin, Texas called the Roddick Foundation. A little bit of tennis still, you know, and full-time husband.
Tell me about the foundation. You mentioned it earlier.
We started the foundation 15 years ago when I was 17 years old, and started as a bit of a pass-through organization. So we do fundraisers and give funds out to 5 or 6 different charities. It's been a great success, and it's been selfishly, it's been very fulfilling as well.
Well, the opener zone, tell me about the opener. What do you think?
I think the prevailing storyline is going to be if Serena Williams can win the calendar year slam. But it's fun for me now. I've known Serena since we were 8, 9, and 10 years old, and now to see her kind of marching through the shadows of history, and if she breaks through here, she's going to be viewed, you know, with the likes of Jordan, with Ali, as far as breaking through and doing it. I mean, if she's the best ever in this, I think she's the best woman athlete of all time.
What do most people don't know about Serena you think they should know?
I don't know that people get to see the softer, sweeter side of Serena enough, and I'm hoping that if she breaks all these records, maybe she'll relax for a second in front of everyone else, and maybe people will get to see that as well. But I always wish that they saw the Serena that I saw behind closed doors.
Well, now she's a young woman, a fully grown woman in her 30s. Who's this Drake character?
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team is.
He is. I'm surprised you're not a fan of his music, and I'm surprised you haven't gotten a fight with him at a nightclub yet.
The latter would be more likely than the former.
That's what I was thinking, but I just didn't want to make gross assumptions.
You said he's into music. What kind of music is he in, or dare I ask?
He's a rapper. He's been an entertainer for a long time, Dan. I think you guys have a lot of parallels.
Well, you've known Serena well. Have you ever given her relationship advice?
I think she was upset when I retired, not because she liked watching anything I did on the tennis court, because she probably wasn't too impressed with that, but she says she now has no one to gossip with from the men's side of the game. So we've talked about many subjects, Dan.
You got a lot of followers on Twitter. When did you start tweeting?
I think it was in 2009, maybe in May, and I think my first tweet was deep. It was a very deep tweet. I think I said, "I'm making eggs." I think that was and that changed the world.
Your superstar actress wife, is my understanding, gets into your Twitter account from time to time.
It's this thing where if I leave my phone around, it's a mistake, because she'll get into my Twitter account and say, I love all things pink, purple, and rainbows, you know, or anything basically to emasculate me to millions of people, which, too good, fair play.
Well, tell me your least favorite Instagram that she's put up.
There was one a couple of weeks ago, and I was sitting in our kitchen, and she came and kind of patted me on the back. All of a sudden, 15 minutes later, I get on Twitter, and she had this new label maker. And so little did I know that she was actually, when she was patting me on the back telling me that she loved me, she was putting a label on my back that said, "I have a vagina." So that was the most recent one, yeah.
What are among your favorite posts she's posted?
There's a lot of videos of our dogs, Billie Jean and Bob Costas. So those are the ones that I normally like.
Billie Jean and Bob Costas?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Bob Costas, I just thought it was funny. I just really love when the vet calls and they'll say, "Bob Costas is ready to be picked up." Just never ceases to be funny to me.
When you watch your wife on one of the shows or movies that she's in, do you do play-by-play?
She doesn't like it when I watch anything she's in, especially if she's making out with somebody.
She's uncomfortable, you're uncomfortable if she's in one of these movies where in a love scene with someone else,
yeah,
or more than a love scene.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It's awkward. It's just weird. And we did come up with a rule that don't tell me you're doing it beforehand, because I don't want to think about it all day. So I don't actually know when she has to kiss some great looking actor.
You know, I could say to you honestly, man to man, I'm not sure I could handle that.
I bet you could, Dan.
These are would you rather questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Would you rather be the best player on a team that always loses, or be the worst player on a team that always wins?
I would like to be the best player on a team that always loses, sign a long-term deal, and then get traded.
All right, would you rather go into every meeting the rest of your life, adjusting your trousers, your pants like Nadal, or use a grunt anytime you introduce yourself?
I'm gonna go with the grunt because at least it's out there, it's obvious, gives you time to recover, as opposed to having this awkward fidget where no one's really acknowledging it throughout the course of the meeting. I have a would you rather for you.
All right.
Would you rather be Brian Williams or any other human on earth?
I'd rather be Brian Williams. He's a friend of mine. So.
That's what I figured. See, I knew I wasn't gonna get a real answer out of you on that one. Would you rather be Donald Trump's hair or Hillary Clinton's email?
Whew. Right now, Trump's up. Boy, in a tough call, Trump's hair. Would you rather spend a day as 90210's Tiffany Amber Thiessen, or spend a day as the movie character you resemble named Stifler?
I would rather modify that question and spend a day with 90210 star Tiffany Amber Thiessen. But kudos on the Stifler call.
Andy, you've been great.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Real honor. Thank you very much.
No, it was a great pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.